Today we bring you a super action movie released in the 2023. This movie has achieved a 7 rating on IMDb. Prepare for an action-packed thriller in the world of mercenaries and international intrigue. In this spoiler-filled journey, we'll delve into the movie's twists, from a daring rescue to a suspenseful showdown. Whether you haven't seen the film or want to relive the excitement, join us as we break down the story step by step. The film opens shortly after the first film, with Tyler Rake barely surviving his fall and injuries. He is recovered and hospitalized in Dubai, where his partner Nick stays by his side until he wakes up. She tells him that he must have survived for a reason, and he must find out why. At a Georgian prison, crime boss Zurab learns that his younger brother David is having his prison sentence extended by another 10 years. Zurab travels to the prison to meet with the government official that extended David's sentence and kills him with a pitchfork to the throat before Zurab's men, the Nagazi, kill the guards and get David out. Nick and her brother Yaz bring Tyler to a cabin in Austria where he plans to spend his retirement. While Tyler spends time on personal activities, he is also still mourning the death of his son and the end of his marriage. David reunites with his wife Ketevan and their children Sandro and Nina. David plans to turn his son into a Nagazi, despite Ketevan's protests, but Sandro idolizes his father. Tyler is visited by a mysterious man named Alcott, who manages to talk him into listening to a job offer. Alcott tells him about the Nagazi, and how Zurab and David escaped with their family from the Georgian Civil War but endured abuse from their father, leading Zurab to become overprotective of his brother. Tyler is tasked with recovering Ketevan and her kids from the prison they are being kept in with David. He proceeds to recruit Nick and Yaz before getting himself in shape for the mission. The trio arrive at the prison and sneak into Ketevan's cell. While Tyler manages to get her and the kids out without waking up David, prisoners loyal to him become alert and force Tyler to move faster. He fights off some of the prisoners but ends up running into David, who fights him in a brief scuffle that ends with Tyler stabbing David's neck. As they make it outside the prison, Tyler has to fight off more inmates and guards who are engaged in a violent riot. Tyler guides the family to Nick and Yaz's van, but Zurab quickly learns of his brother's death and sends his men after everyone. After a lengthy car chase in which Nina is injured, everyone runs onto a train that gets pursued by a chopper with more of Zurab's men. Tyler kills more goons and braces the family as the train derails and crashes. Zurab identifies his brother's body and gathers his men for revenge. Meanwhile, the heroes and family recover, but Sandro is angered to learn that Tyler killed his father. They board a plane, where Nick finds out that Ketevan is Tyler's former sister-in-law. They have a brief moment reflecting on Tyler's marriage to her sister, while Sandro secretly contacts Zurab to alert him of their whereabouts. The team brings the family to their safe house in Vienna. There, Tyler talks about his personal history with Nick, and later with Sandro after he confronts him for killing David. Moments later, Zurab's chopper starts making its way toward the safe house. Ketevan realizes Sandro brought them there, forcing everyone to run and hide. As the villains begin to open fire, Tyler gets Nina and Ketevan out safely while Yaz chases after Sandro, but he ends up going with Zurab. Tyler, Nick and Yaz kill more of Zurab's men, but Zurab shoots Yaz before they can make their escape. After boarding their escape chopper, Yaz dies from his wounds, and Nick weeps for her brother. Tyler brings everyone back to his cabin, where his ex-wife Mia shows up to be with her sister and niece. Mia privately talks to Tyler about why he wasn't there in their son's final hours, and he admits that he felt helpless and couldn't watch him die. Zurab contacts Tyler, who gives him his location, an airfield by a church, so that they can end things. Despite Nick's protests, Tyler goes alone so she can stay with the family. Tyler blows up Zurab's vans and planes so he cannot escape. After killing every last one of his goons, he gets to Zurab in the church, only to find that he has a bomb strapped to Sandro's body that will detonate if he is killed. Nick shows up to help and gets shot but helps Sandro remove and disarm the bomb. Tyler and Zurab get into a bloody and brutal showdown. Even after taking numerous stabs, Zurab says he will never stop trying to kill Tyler, leading him to put a bullet in Zurab's head. Nick passes out from her injuries before she and Tyler are found by authorities. Tyler and Nick are hospitalized under police custody. Mia visits Tyler in prison and informs him that Ketevan and the kids are in protective custody but had their assets seized by the American government. Tyler tells her to find $1 million in cash at his cabin to give to them. Alcott later bails Tyler out of prison for a new job, but he says he won't do it without Nick. Alcott then shows Tyler that he also bailed Nick out and then gives them a chance to work for the people he works for.